Hello, my name is Key and I'm a yoga teacher here at Queer and Well. This is our third video in our Yoga Chakra series. So far we have gone over our root chakra and the sacral chakra. The next is the solar plexus, and then we'll go to the heart, the throat, the crown, and the third eye. Let me tell you a little bit about the solar plexus chakra. It is the home of intuition, willpower. So if our last chakra was the spark, this is going to be the fuel. This is what allows us to be able to continue and work through what we are going through. So yeah, the color for this chakra is yellow. So it's a very energetic, bright chakra. Yeah, let's get flowing. Today we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. So I think for me today that might be hero's pose. If you have a block or two, I would highly recommend taking it to your seat. It can be really comfortable to sit on it. Just right underneath the bum, or even you can take it the wide way as well. Just kind of noticing what feels good in your body, what's supportive for you. Also, if this doesn't serve you, feel free to take an easy sitting pose. Really just tune into your body and decide what you need. So maybe start by closing the eyes, settling into the earth beneath you, grounding down. Take a deep inhale through the nose, holding at the top and then releasing through the mouth, letting the day go. Tuning into the natural breath here. Noticing where your headspace is at. The solar plexus chakra is located right at the belly button. So the last one was right below. This one is right at or slightly above the belly button. So maybe take a second to tune into that. Imagine a yellow light. Think about what motivates you today, what gets you through the day. When you're ready, open the eyes. We're gonna start with the breath of fire, Kapalabhati. So this breath is a series of short inhales through the nose. So it creates a kind of a pumping sensation in the belly. So to feel that, you can bring your hand to your belly. And then I'm gonna take a short inhale through the nose. So it's gonna, or you focus rather on the exhale. So it's gonna be a short exhale through the nose. So it looks like this. Notice the pumping of the belly. This is something that invigorates and adds energy to the body. So we're gonna do a couple rounds of that together. And then we'll get flowing after that. So close the eyes maybe, and then begin with your short exhales through the nose, pumping through the belly. Go as fast or as slow as you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. We'll do one more round of that. So short exhales through the mouth, through the nose rather. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Release your palm to your thigh. Take a second to check in. Notice any sensations around the belly or in the body. Taking a moment to tune in to the body. Maybe set an intention for today's practice. Maybe in regards to your motivation or willpower. When you're ready, open the eyes. Then roll forward and we'll meet in hands and knees. Move your blocks, bring them to the top of your mat so that they're there as we flow. We're gonna come into child's pose from hands and knees. So bring your knees to the wide edges of the mat, your big toes come to touch. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Let your head rest on the earth. Maybe rock your forehead from side to side, massaging through your third eye. Breathing deeply here, feeling the sensations in the belly, feeling the rise of the breath. On an inhale, walk your hands over to the right. Place your left palm on top of your right palm, sinking your hips. Continuing to breathe into the navel. On your next inhale, walk your hands through center. And then exhale and walk your hands over to the left. Right palm on top of left palm. Feeling the expansion within the belly. Maybe a slight engagement in the navel region. When you're ready, walk your hands back to center, pausing and surrendering to the earth for a moment. And then rolling forward, coming into hands and knees. We're going to start today's practice with a lower to the ground representation of a sun salutation. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the spine, find cow pose. Exhale, press the earth away, curve the spine, engage through the core. On an exhale, shift the hips back, finding child's pose once more. Surrendering the head to the earth. Walk the hands back towards the knees, coming up to a seat. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, fold the arms forward, coming back into child's. Inhale, roll forward, rolling through your cat. Exhale, drop the belly, gaze up. On an inhale, shift back to child's pose. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Bring the arms out wide, arms come up and overhead, maybe a slight back bend here. Palms come to touch, hands come through heart center. Knowing that this version of a sun salutation is a great way to tune into the body and keep your practice low and flowing to the ground. On an inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, lift up to cow, or to cat rather. Exhale, drop the belly, find cow. On an inhale, press back to child's pose. Exhale and release, surrender. Rise back up to tabletop. Press evenly into the hands. Spread through the fingertips. I think you know where we're going. Tuck the toes. Start to press into the hands and hover the knees. Engage through the core. Puff through the back body. Engaging, feeling into the belly. Maybe imagining that little yellow light bulb. When you're ready, exhale back to downward facing dog, pedaling out through the feet. Feel free to add any movement here. Shifting the hips from side to side, maybe rolling forward and backwards. On an inhale, travel to the front of your mat toes come behind the wrists. Pinkies come to the inner elbow creases. Head hangs heavy. Maybe bend the knees a lot here, feeling the support of the thighs on your belly. Maybe swaying from side to side. When you're ready, release the palms. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold once more. Press evenly into the feet, and on an inhale, rise all the way up. Arms come up and overhead. Slight back bend here, engaging through the core. Pressing the hips forward, engaging your glutes. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Drop the knees. Drop the chest, drop the chin. On an inhale, roll through cobra. Lifting the heart forward, untucking the toes, pressing the toes evenly into the earth. Pressing into the pelvis, pressing into the belly. On your next exhale, release. Inhale, come back up to cobra. Exhale, release once more. Press back up to plank. And then press back to downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling through the feet once more. Breathing here for a moment. Press evenly into the palms. A slight internal rotation of the arms. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back, releasing through the head. When you're ready, walk your hands back towards your feet, letting your heels be heavy now. Forward fold at the back of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. On an inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up to stand, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, walk your hands forward, coming into downward facing dog. Pressing evenly into the hands once more, engaging through the belly. Breathing into the belly. When you're ready, travel to the top of your mat, taking your time to get there. Feet coming behind the wrists. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine, gaze forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Taking a moment here. We move so you can see me. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. On your next exhale, keep your palms together and then bend over to the left. Breathing into the side body here. Engaging through the belly. Breathing into the lung. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale over to the right. Once again, tuning into the body, keeping the heart open, shoulder shifts back, engaging through the core. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dive forward once more. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step your right foot back. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, low lunge. Sinking into that front hip. Extending through the side body here, lifting the fingertips, slight lift in the lower belly. Breathe here. On your next exhale, release your palms, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, step your foot back. Drop the knees, drop the chest, drop the chin. Inhale, roll forward to baby cobra, untucking the toes. Exhale, release. On an inhale, press up to plank or half plank. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right toes up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knee into your chest, hovering in your plank for a moment, and then planting your foot in between your hands. Drop the back toe, untuck the back, drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Breathing here. Lengthening through the spine, slight lift in the lower belly, sinking into that front hip. Breathing here. When you're ready, frame your front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step your foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press evenly into the feet. Arms come up and overhead, come up to stand. Slight back bend here. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, gaze forward, gaze up, press the hips forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step your left foot back. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. If this feels harsh on the knee, feel free to double over on your mat or find a blanket. Just notice what feels good in your body. Lengthening through the fingertips, extending through the side body. Once again, bringing breath and energy to that solar plexus area. When you're ready, arms come down. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the back knees, step your front foot back. Drop the knees, drop the chest, drop the chin. Inhale, slither forward. Finding cobra here, untucking the toes, pressing into the pelvis, the belly, letting the heart come forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, pressing up to plank or half plank. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, left toes come up towards the sky. Exhale, knee comes into the chest, close to the nose, pressing evenly through your hands. When you're ready, plant your foot in between your hands. Check in with your alignment. Make sure that your ankle is in line with your knee and not going too far over your toes. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, sinking into that front hip. Breathing here. If you would like, you can add a slight back bend. On your next exhale, release your palms. Press evenly into them. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, shift your weight forward, and bring your foot forward. Coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend into these slightly, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. We'll start our next round of sun salutations. I believe we will do sun salutation B. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, take a seat. Find chair pose. Pressing evenly into the feet, sinking the hips back, guiding the heart forward. Breathing here. Notice the energy in the navel, tuning the navel back in towards the spine. Take one more breath here, gaze forward. Then on an exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step the right foot back. This time when you step the foot back, make it so that your foot, the back heel, or rather the sole of your foot, can fully be on the earth. So it's pointed slightly out. And then inhale, come all the way up. So point it to the long edge of the mat. Notice your hips. Notice your base. If you notice your hips going out towards the side, bring your stance wider. So make it so that you have a little bit more of a train track, and you can even bring your back leg out. We're coming into warrior one here. So if you can, you want to bring your hips forward, curling that right hip back and your left hip forward. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Breathing here. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Interlace the palms or the fingers behind the sacrum. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Gaze up. And then on an exhale, fold forward, coming into humble warrior. Your shoulder comes to the inside of your knee. Breathing here. When you're ready, release the bind, palms come down. Step your foot back so you're coming back into a runner's lunge. Then take your right foot back to meet your left. Shifting forward, lowering down, finding your flow. Inhaling to cobra, exhaling to release. Tucking the toes, pressing up through plank. Meeting me in downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Inhale, left toes rise. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Hovering for a moment. Then planting your foot in between your hands, coming back into that runner's lunge. Breathing here for a moment. Inhaling up to crescent lunge, and then taking a hop to find warrior one on the other side. So the back heel is on the mat and it's slightly pointed outward off of the mat. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, bending into that front knee. Extending through the fingertips here, breathing into the belly. Lengthening the spine. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. They can stay here, or you can interlace your fingers right behind your sacrum. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Gaze up. On an exhale, shift forward. Humble warrior. Elbow comes to the inside of the knee. Breathing here. When you're ready, release your palms back down to the earth. Coming back into a runner's lunge. And then stepping your foot back. Shifting through your flow, dropping the knees. Lowering from plank. Inhaling to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling to release. Tucking the toes. Pressing back up to plank and then to downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Releasing the head, maybe shaking from side to side. When you're ready, walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Toes come behind the wrists. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, sink the hips back, arms come up and overhead, finding chair pose. Heart is open, gazing forward. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, airplane the arms back. Inhale, lengthen, maybe come onto the tippy toes. Exhale, arms come back, heels come down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arms back, interlace behind the sacrum, fold forward, straighten through the knees. Breathing here. Keep the bind if it serves you. If it doesn't, feel free to release it. Bringing the belly towards the thighs. When you're ready, release the hands to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Taking a moment here, closing the eyes. Breathing, tuning in. Noticing if any energy has come up. Noticing how you're feeling in your body. When you're ready, open the eyes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, sit, find chair once more. Sink into your chair. Breathing here. Gazing forward. On an exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the feet back, finding plank. Drop the knees. Bring the knees to the outside edges of the mat. Toes come to touch. Sink the hips back, finding child's pose, surrendering to the earth. Breathing into the belly. Noticing here. When you're ready, walk your hands back up. Bring your knees together. We'll find hero's pose once more to end. Bringing your palms to your thighs. This time flipping them up to receive. Receive energy. Tap into your intuition. Tap into your own power, your own will. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then back and down your spine. Take a deep inhale through the nose, holding at the top. And then exhale, let it go through the mouth. One more time. Deep inhale through the nose, holding at the top. And then releasing through the mouth. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center, or one palm on the heart and the other on top of that. I like to end in gratitude. Gratitude for the ancestors before us. Gratitude for this ancient healing practice that originates in East Asia and India. And gratitude for each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. With that, I bow to you.